come back in, I'm sure, but because I
Okay.
made that announcement, I'm sure she'll come back in, but just with me making that announcement, I didn't want her thinking it was only for consultants. So
Okay.
Denise, is that you?
Yeah,
That's my
it's
sister.
kind of getting there.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so these meals are meant to be easy to make. A few of them can be done in the slow cooker or on stovetop. The other one is a grill meal, and then there's one that's in your oven. So, which is my very favorite meal. So, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. Does everybody have gallon-sized bags available, and did anybody label them ahead of time?
Hey, come here.
If
You can
not,
say hi to the ladies.
if you did not, grab, you might want to grab a marker, grab a Sharpie. Hey!
Say good night, ladies.
Good night, ladies.
Good night, sir.
Good
Have a
night.
good evening. All right. So you always want to label your bags. I like to label it with the name of the recipe as well as the, I actually also put the date that I made the meal. And that way, if it gets stuck in the bottom of the freezer somewhere, I know how long it's been in there. Because, sometimes I pile things in on top and then I'm like, oh Lord, how long's that one been there? So it's good to just put the date. And the other thing is you could put like a C for crock pot or O for oven or G for grill. And that's a great way to let you know what kind of meal you have there. Especially if you're not the one home, like if you're out for the night and somebody else is cooking at the house, it might be helpful. So.
Kelly, can I
Ann
share
had a
something
really
quick?
great-
Oh.
Yeah, tell her
Go
what
ahead,
you do, Ann.
So I do the double Ziploc. I write on the outside one
That's
so
smart.
that I can reuse it.
That's so
So
smart.
this one I've already used
That's
and I
awesome.
just saved it because we loved it so much. I knew I was going to make it again.
Yep.
So crossed out that date, put today's date, and then at least I'm saving one Ziploc.
That's awesome.
Not a huge save, but
You know what?
know.
But it's still safe, and that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
so
tip.
I have a little pile of to be made again Ziplocs.
Yes, I like it. The meals that we're
So
making over again. So that's
yeah.
awesome. So awesome. Very cool. Just by show of hands, how many of you have done some meal prepping before? Anybody? Okay, most of you. Okay. If you're new to it, you're going to be like, wow, this is a game changer. So Patty, I hope that are you making meals, Patty, or are you just tuning in today? She's muted. So. All right. Well, Patty, you're still muted, but that's okay. We're going to go ahead and get started. So if you haven't labeled your first bag, it's Mom's Busy Day Chili, or you can just say Mom's Chili if you want it to be shortened. And today is the 10th of March. Now, in this one, I'm hoping, but I know it might not have happened yet. The goal was to have some ground beef or ground turkey. So if you didn't do that yet, you can always add that in later because I know I did it. I gave it to you kind of late. It dawned on me. I was like, oh, yeah, they don't have that. So so if you didn't do that yet, you can always either put it on the oven or put it on the stovetop right now and kind of be adding the other things and stirring if you want, or you can go back and throw that meat in at the very end. That's not a problem. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and if your meat is already browned, go ahead and throw that in the bag. And that's the inside bag, the gallon size bag that we're going to use.
Is this the 2 pound one or the 1 pound?
This is, that's great. This is the 1 pound. This is the one where you want 1 pound of meat. And if you prefer chicken, if you don't like ground turkey, the great thing with these is you can always replace and omit things or swap out meats that you do like better, veggies that you like better. And that's the beautiful thing about these meal prep workshops. So, all right. You also are going to need a can opener because we're going to be opening a lot of different cans. You will probably want like a spatula or something that you can get into the can to clean that out as well. And for this one, I'm going to just wait till Kelly's back and then I'll start telling everybody what they need. So we're going to need 2 cans of tomato soup. And we're going to open those cans and put those in your gallon-sized bag. This is where it comes in handy to have something that will stabilize your bags so you don't end up with it everywhere.
Given it because you factor in how many weapons there are in the end of the ditch.
All right. And if I start to go too fast, let me know. If I go too slow, let me know that as well. All right. So once you have your 2 cans of soup in, we're going to be adding 1 can of diced tomatoes with the juice. We're not going to drain this.
Oh my gosh. My apologies. I need some sugar.
Kind of started muting everybody, just so you know, but you can unmute yourself. So
Kelly, is it the regular tomatoes or is it one
yes,
of the
this is the
basil right now?
regular. These are the regular tomatoes. Thank you for asking. And then once you do those, once you do the 2 cans of soup and the regular diced tomatoes, 1 can, that's the 14.5 ounce, you're going to add 1 tablespoon of the Makin Magic chicken seasoning. Am I going too fast? No, all right. And I know I muted everybody. I could hear the one thing and I couldn't tell whose it was, so that's why I muted everybody. So you can always unmute again. So, and then we're gonna also move into 4 tablespoons of the mom's favorite taco seasoning. So the great thing with the mom's favorite taco seasoning, I don't know if you all know this, but it's 35% lower in sodium than it was about 3 years back. So ours is even lower than it used to be and much lower than what you can buy at the store. And some of those packets can be pretty high sodium levels. So this is a really great product to have on hand. And you can do, it's got a lot of versatility. I really don't do ground beef or ground turkey so much with this. I do a lot of chicken with our mom's favorite taco seasoning, because I like the pulled chicken tacos and things like that. So, all right. How we doing? Awesome. Okay, I got a couple thumbs up, so that's good. Oh, that's awesome, Kim. Did you like it? Your husband loved it. That's good. Like I told you, I think I might have told Kim this. My nephew's ex-girlfriend, ex-fiance, she used to get heartburn with all the other taco seasonings. When she started using Tastefully Simple, she didn't have heartburn anymore. And so it was really an amazing thing to be, for her to find that out. She was like, we were out of it. I used the store-bought kind and I started with heartburn right away again. So that's something you can always share with people if you want to share somebody else's story that you've heard. That is a great testimonial, not testimonial, but testimonial of the fact that it's all natural. So, all right. So we've got our 2 cans of tomato soup. We've got our diced tomatoes, regular with the juice. Oh, that's awesome for leftovers. That's great, Kim. 1 tablespoon of the Makin Magic chicken seasoning, and then 4 tablespoons of your mom's favorite taco seasoning. And then if you haven't already put your meat in the bag, you could add the meat to the bag if it's browned.
You
And
know,
then-
Kelly, my dad was the same way. He had all kinds of
Really?
digestive issues until he started our taco seasoning. And then
That's
now
awesome.
he's like, finally, I can have tacos again.
Yes, that's great. That's great. And I think that's I really do think that's a big story. That part right there, you can say, oh, taco meat, ours is better. Our taco seasoning is better than most. But to be honest, I think it's really a big deal when, like, health-wise, somebody's saying, I'm noticing a difference in how I feel. So.
Right.
All right. And so the very last thing that we're going to be putting into our chili is cans of beans. Now, these could be any kind of beans that you wanted. But we wanted 3 cans of beans, and we're going to open those and put those into the bag. And then we're just going to kind of gently, very gently mix that all together. because we don't
Hey,
want.
Kelly, do the
Yeah.
beans need rinsed?
If you, yeah, you probably should be rinsing those out. I always rinse mine. I didn't even think to say that, but yes,
Okay,
I
I
rinse
just wanted to
mine.
make sure. I rinse mine too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
Yes, I should have said that. Drained and rinsed. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about. Does anybody know? I mean, like, why do we rinse beans? Is it just the grossness of whatever it's in?
There's a lot of salt in them too. And that
Okay.
liquid, they put in
A lot of sodium to
something
preserve them.
chlorate, sodium chlorate or something to help keep them firm.
Okay,
And
okay.
I used to be a home ec teacher, so
Ah, so you
I have all
know.
kind of random information running around in my
Hey,
head.
anytime you want to share it, let us know. All right. So what I saw with Anne's got her bag zipped and she's kind of mixing it all together. If you notice, she has a lot of air in her bag, and that helps you when you have the air in the bag, it does help you kind of mix all of it up. And then she'll open that back up and get all that air out of your bag, because air is the enemy in your freezer. All right. That's what you get. That's when you get freezer burn and everything on your meats and stuff if it's not completely airtight. So you want to get as much air out of your bag as possible once you have everything in it. And if you're doing a double bag like Ann showed you, you can put this one into the other bag that you've saved. And then we're finished with meal one. And now with this one, you can just throw this into your crock pot. If it's frozen, you're gonna let it be on low for 4 to 5 hours. If it's defrosted, then you can always do, if it's already thawed, just do for 2 to 3 hours. So again, quick and easy. So, and I know with Karen, you got those 3 kids running everywhere and you're busy with all your jobs. So yeah, probably helps you a lot.
Oh, yes. Yes.
That's
I'm
awesome.
hoping that this jump starts me back into meal prepping because we're going to need it.
There you go. That's a good thing. Well, hopefully we'll be able to help you out. All right, just let me know when you're finished with that meal and then we're going to move on to the next one. So Anne gave me a thumbs up. Karen gave me a thumbs up. Thanks, Karen. Karen, I keep looking at the blue in your kitchen. I keep thinking, wow, we have a matching kitchen. I guess I painted my kitchen after yours to match yours. Remember, I loved your kitchen. So yeah.
Yeah,
All right, Kim gave me a thumbs up. Awesome.
I love the color blue.
Yeah. Jean, are you prepping or are you watching today?
I'm watching today
Okay.
because I
Hey,
just
Miss
started and I'm
Jean.
like, oh my God.
So you just saw it, so you're like, I'm gonna hop on and see what this is all about. And yep.
Because I want to start doing I have a party going on now, and one of the ladies want to do a meal, meal prep and stuff. And so I'm like, I never did it online. So I'm like, well, okay, because I always do in person. And
Yeah.
so, well, let me go back and, get familiarized with,
Yeah.
doing it online and stuff. So
This is a really good one to start with, Jean, because it's only 2 products that you're gonna need. 2 Tastefully Simple products, the Mom's Favorite Taco Seasoning and the Makin Magic chicken seasoning. So it's a good buy-in for people because they will have seasonings left, and then they can use it to either remake the meals or find other ones to make.
Is this something that we could do over like Facebook Live, or do you think it would work better over Zoom?
That's a great question. I've only done them on Zoom because when COVID happened, I started doing these through Zoom. Just because I like being able to talk to everybody. And I like seeing people's faces, but if like you could probably just do it in a Facebook Live. Like I said, I feel like just the communication and talking back and forth, that way if somebody has a question, I'm not the best, and you know that, Karen, that I'm not the best at tracking what people are asking me, in
I mean, it's so hard though.
a live, and then trying to talk and watch and make comments back to people. So that's why I'm more on the Zoom side.
Okay.
But I think you could
And
do either, or a room. Does Facebook still have rooms? Hi.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. So anybody know that?
Do you have the paid version of Zoom or do you have the free?
I do have the paid version at $17 a month, but you could, I mean, we're talking today, so that's why this is taking a little longer, like
Yeah,
chatting a
sorry.
little bit more. No. But if you just got in and you like went, pounded through them, you could get through in 40 minutes or less.
Okay.
Or you could just have people jump right back in. It's
Okay.
it's gonna go off, just come right back in and we'll finish up. Jean?
Because you can already have everything if you're gonna do the free one. You can already have everything, have everybody have everything already cut up, all
Yeah.
the cans and everything already cut and all. So you
Yeah.
can just zoom through it and all that. So that's one way to cut down the time.
Yeah,
And even if they ask some questions, just have all of it cut open and everything ready to go.
that's a great tip. Yeah.
That's a good point.
The bags labeled. Yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right, can we
Hey,
go on to the
Kel.
next? Yes,
This was Mom's busy day chili, right?
that was correct. Yes.
Okay, I'm all ready to move on.
Okay.
I think we were all waiting for me.
Denise, are you good to go on? Okay, good. Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on to Santa Fe tacos. So we're really just prepping the taco meat here that you're gonna be able to use in a variety of ways, whether you want it for taco meat or taco meat or burritos, or like I just made the other night, I just did a whole bunch of nachos or tortilla chips on a plate and then put some taco meat of the mom's favorite taco meat on top of it and some cheese, and then we did lettuce and sour cream and we had that for dinner, and we all just, like Rick and I just pulled off of that for dinner. So, and Kim, are you making along with us, or are you just watching? I forget. I just jumped over to Kim. So I think she's just watching because she just joined. So, all right. So what we're going to do, this one is going to need the 2 pounds of ground beef or the ground turkey. If you have it browned. If you don't have it browned, again, I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that ahead of time. Just make sure you get that browned and then throw it in when you have time. So, all right. So what we're going to add to that bag that has the browned meat is we are going to add 2 cans of the cheddar soup mix. And so this one is going to be good. Like, that's why you're going to want your spatula to get, all the yumminess of the cheddar soup out and into the bag. Does anybody have a meal that they know they're going to make first when you saw all the different names of the meals? No? I always suggest leaving one out of your 5, leave one out, and then you can throw the other ones in the freezer. Anne, are you doing the chicken bruschetta bake?
No, I love that one, but I'm actually doing, I hope to do 2 batches of the tater tots tonight.
Awesome.
The kids are home for spring break, so that'll be an easy meal at some point, and then we'll have
Yes.
another one, some other time. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
hopefully
idea.
that'll be a double batch tonight.
Yeah. And that's a fun one, isn't it? Yeah, really yummy. All right. So once you have your 2 cans of cheddar soup in, you're going to have 1 can of Mexican corn thrown into the mix. And we're going to do equal parts of the Makin Magic chicken seasoning and the mom's favorite taco seasoning on this one. So you're going to do a tablespoon of each.
Kelly,
Yes.
will the cap for make a tablespoon?
If you're
Okay.
doing the large, that large jar, that's more than a tablespoon. I think it's like 2.5. But if you're doing a regular, is it 4? Oh, okay. Is it really 4? Thank you. I always forget that. I'm like, I don't know how much it is. All right. So the large jars are 4 tablespoons.
And the small jar is 2.
2. I knew the 2. So if you did half of a small jar of the mom's favorite taco seasoning, then yeah, that would be fine. But on this one, since that's 4 tablespoons, I probably wouldn't use that as your measure this time.
Okay. Thank you.
And Karen, thanks again for measuring that out and finding out for me. Yeah, like I said, for the life of me, I could never remember how much that was, so. And then the very last thing you're gonna add to this one is a can of diced tomatoes, but you're gonna drain this one because you don't want too much juice on this. So that would be the last thing that goes in the bag with the meat. And then again, gently mix that up. One of the things I like to do when after I defrost it is if you thaw it out, I thaw mine out and then I'll kind of scrape as I open the bag. I'll kind of scrape down make sure that the soup comes out with it. I use a spatula and just get that as much of the cheddar soup out too, because that's a thicker soup. So yeah, Anne, do you have an idea?
Nope, I missed the tomato direction. Which one is it?
This is just a regular 1 can of diced tomatoes, but you're gonna drain them.
Okay, thanks.
So, sure. And again, just mix all that together and then get as much air out of the bag as possible, and you're done with meal 2. And if anybody has any comments about it, let me know.
My son just came through and warmed up some dinner, and he looked at the meal for the tacos and he was like, ooh, I want those.
Yay, that makes me happy. That's always
Yeah.
good when you have the family buy-in.
Exactly.
That's a very good thing. So. And this next one is super quick and easy that we're going to be doing. And it's got great flavor. And just give me a thumbs up when you're all ready and we'll move on. Denise is on fire. She's already ready to roll. Kelly's got a thumbs up. That's good. So our next meal prep that we're going to do, I'm going to ask all of you your opinion. I have 2 different dates for availability of that. And I just want to see what you think will be better for all of you. Because oh, I know. Thank you, Kim. Kim just said she loves she said it's so cool how quick it all is. And that's the thing, Kim. I think that us doing these together makes it so much easier because, when you cook by yourself, it's like, yeah, I'll get to it, whatever. But when all of us are together and then, within the hour, we have 5 meals prepped, we really feel successful, and kind of like a peace of mind, especially like if you have people going in all different directions and, kind of crazy busy. So, but yeah, so the goal, like I said, would be that we each start inviting people to our group. I know my 2 people ended up having other things to do tonight. But the goal would be that we grow this. We grow it with other consultants on our team, but then also grow it with us helping our community, our clients, family and friends that might want to be making meals with us and making it a lot easier for them too. So yeah. All right. Are we ready to go on to the next meal? Yep. All right. So this next one is going to be our savory grilled magic chicken. And so this one, you're going to be putting, place your chicken breasts in the bag. And so however many chicken breasts you have, I know it said 3 to 4, but you might have more because, if you're a larger family, then you might want more than that. And that's fine. Now, this one I have done actually parties with, and we have people actually bring, I call it a meals party. And we make the chicken bruschetta for dinner. And then everybody brings 1.5 pounds of chicken and they have it in their bag and they actually make this meal to show them how easy our meal prep is. And then they get to take that home and make it for the next night. And then I do a little bit of, it's an acronym. So it's a meal together and then, engagement, talking with each other, engaging with each other, then assembly. So they're assembling their own meal.
Huh?
And then they're learning about Tastefully Simple because I do a little presentation and then they shop. So meals is an acronym for that type of party. And everybody just brings a pound and a half of chicken. And then I just provide the other ingredients because, you know, I always have olive oil or avocado oil in my house. You know, I have the seasonings, and then I just always have soy sauce in my house too. So the only thing extra I kind of need to get is our limes. So, all right. So for this one, what we're doing is we're going to need a tablespoon of avocado oil or olive oil. You're going to put that in the bag with your chicken. Now, I think most of you realize this, but our Makin Magic chicken seasoning is a blend of our onion, garlic, and seasoned salt. Those are our three most popular products. And when Magic Chicken recipe first came about, Karen might remember this and Jean might remember this. We actually used to mix it all ourselves. And we said to Tastefully Simple, wouldn't it be great if you just put it all in one big jar and we didn't have to mix it? So, then that's how the big jars came about with that. So, and if you're ever out of your Making Magic chicken seasoning, it's 4 tablespoons of onion, 2 teaspoons of garlic, and 1 teaspoon of seasoned salt. Just so you know, if you're ever curious. So when I talk about that, I always say these are our 3 best-selling seasonings, all in one container. Okay. So once you have your olive oil in and you've got your chicken in the bag, you're now going to do half a cap of the Makin Magic chicken seasoning lid. So that's 2 tablespoons. And from there, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. If you have like amino acids, that would work. The light, yep. The low sodium one probably is a great one to use if you have that kind. That's what I keep in the house. And then for your lime, does everybody know the trick about rolling your lime back and forth on the table so that it releases as much juice as possible? So if you just take your lime and just apply some pressure on it and roll it back and forth across your counter or your table, it will kind of release some of that juice. And when you cut it in half, then you'll have a nice juicy amount of lime juice going into your bag. And you're only going to need to do half of the lime, unless you have a really tiny one and then do the whole lime.
Kel, did you say 1 tablespoon of soy sauce or 2?
2.
2. Okay.
2.
Thanks.
Yeah, sorry, I might have said 1, but it calls for 2. So thanks for asking. Yeah, and so this is like such a fun one because it's like 1, 2, 2 on a half of a lime and you're done, you know. So 1 tablespoon of oil, 2 tablespoons of the Makin Magic, and then 2 tablespoons of soy. And again, you just want to kind of zhuzh that around so that each piece of chicken breast gets, you know, some coating of that. And then just make sure you get all your air out and then seal it and put it off to the side. And that's meal number 3. How we doing, ladies? Everybody good? That's awesome. Okay, cool. Yay. I got a thumbs up from Kim too. And one of the, I mean, you could always, other things that you could do, you could ask people like how they've used the products if you want to have more engagement going while they're prepping. Or you could just give but I mean, helpful tips to be able to help them with the products that they're going to have left. So one thing I would say is if you bought the 2 large jars of our seasonings, you each got a pamphlet for each one of those. And keep those handy because it's a great way to batch cook. I do a lot of batch cooking, and the little pamphlet tells you how you can do that in your slow cooker, but you can always do it in an Instapot as well. And then I put 2 cups per quart size bag. So I do 4 pounds of meat at a time. And that way I am ready to go with any kind of dinners we need quick on the go. So. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're finished with our savory grilled Makin Magic chicken. Kelly's finished. Deborah's finished. Denise and Karen are finished. Looks like Ann is finished too, probably. Ann, are you finished? Yep. All right. All righty then. Okay, let's move on. Now we're going to Ann's the one that she's gonna double batch. It's that good. She's gonna double batch it. She's gonna be doing the cheesy tater tots. Now, this one I know seems a little strange to be thinking that, oh, and you have an assistant. Hey, happy spring break.
Thank you.
Welcome home.
There's Kelly, the other Kelly.
Hi. We're both Kellys. So, all right. So with this one, believe it or not, we're going to put all of this. It sounds really weird, but we're going to put all of it in a Ziploc bag. And then when you bring it out and you're ready to make it, you can either do it in the crock pot or the oven. That's when you'll like grease a pan and put it like in a casserole dish or put it in the crock pot. All right. Now I will tell you this recipe, it goes to the second page. So I couldn't fit everything on the one page. So just if you're doing this recipe and you have these sheets for down the road, just know that there's a little bit more to the next page. All right. So we're going to be adding to our, so we're going to first start off with a cup of sour cream. And we're going to throw that into our freezer bag. And then we're going to be adding a cup of half and half also to the bag. And you might want to kind of mix that all together, just kind of mix it in the bag a little bit. I'm going to get those two blended together. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the Makin Magic chicken seasoning. Now, I'm going to ask Ann about this. Ann, I don't remember from the last time we did this. Did we put the cheese, or did we mixed everything in, right? Or did
I
we end
think
up pulling
so.
the cheese back? Okay, because I was
I
like,
think we put everything in.
that's what I thought too. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. So there's Miss Nikki coming on too. Hi, Nikki.
Hey there. Oops.
Thanks for
Hey there.
coming.
Good. I'm only on for a couple of seconds because looky here.
You got a grandbaby there?
Yeah.
Oh, their new grandbaby is there. He's big.
He is. Isn't he cute?
Yes, he's adorable.
Thanks. That's what I'm like. Oh,
His first Tastefully Simple meeting. That's awesome.
I know, right?
The first of many. Now we'll see Molly in a few minutes too. She'll
Yeah. Oh, she's right here. Come here, Molly. Looky. Looky. There you go. Oh, she's like, yeah, she's looking. So,
yeah.
But I just wanted to pop on and say hey and show you him. So I'll get with you guys.
Oh, we're so happy for y'all. Congratulations.
Yep, not a problem. Thanks. I'll talk to you guys
See ya.
soon.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.
What a cutie. All right, so we are now at, so if you have your sour cream, your half and half, and your chicken seasoning in there, you're going to add 15 ounces or 4 1/4 cups of your frozen tater tots. So we're going to put those in the bag. And then the last thing we're going to be adding is 1 cup of shredded cheddar jack cheese. Now, this is what I was asking Ann. If you're like, you know what, I want to leave the cheese separate. I don't want to put it all in there and I'll put it on when I'm ready to bake it. That's fine too. But if you just want to be finished with it and ready to roll, it's still going to be fine. It's going to taste great. And then you're all mixed up and ready to roll.
It all gets melted together anyway.
And it's
So
gooey
just
and
go
gooey and
for it.
delicious, right? Kim, is this the one you're saying you can't wait for? I don't know if she's talking about the grilled one or this one. So, yep, she said she can't wait for this one. So, All right, and that's all there is to this one. So, once you have that kind of all mixed together, then you're gonna go ahead and seal your bag, again, getting all of the air out. Don't forget, I would, especially this one, I would double bag it because with all the half and half liquid and the sour cream and everything, I think it's a good idea to have it all kind of double bagged up.
Hey girl, I'm a
Yeah.
slacker right now.
You're a
So
slacker.
I've got my sour cream and my half and half. But how much of this Making Magic chicken?
2 tablespoons. So half the cap. You're fine.
I was like, geez Louise, how did I get so far behind?
Because I talk fast. That's how. And then
Okay,
and then after that, you're just gonna put the tater tots in and you're done. And then cheese. Tater
and the
tots.
cheese. Okay.
The cheese. So, and then for like I said, for baking this one, or cooking this one, you can either do it in the crock pot or in the oven. And did you do crock pot or oven? Which one did you do? I would do that.
I did the oven.
Yeah, that's how I probably
Yeah.
need to do it again. But just make sure you grease your casserole, whatever you're gonna put it in, make sure you grease it so it don't stick to the bottom. So, and when you bake it, you are gonna do it uncovered if you're doing that in the oven, 35 to 40 minutes. So, and if you're doing it in your crock pot, you can put them in frozen on low for 3 to 4 hours.
And they are fantastic in the air fryer.
Oh, yummy. That's awesome. You can even sprinkle some bacon on there if you wanted.
Yeah.
If you want. When you're finished with that, then we are ready for the next one, the very last meal of the night. So you can see how fast these can go together. And like our grilling one, it goes even faster. Like it goes really fast too. So just let me know. Give me a thumbs up when you're ready to move on.
Kelly,
Yes.
I may put this out because I'm just trying to figure out some different ways to get some parties and stuff. I may put this out on Facebook, for busy moms and everything. So they have ordered before. I got to figure out what to order before because I already have mine. But
Yeah.
and I'll do it with them.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
trying to figure that out.
And I am not making these tonight, and here's why. I'm getting ready to start like trying to do as close to keto as possible. And so that's why I chose not to do these tonight, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna make the meals. And I was like, you're supposed to be starting like a much stricter diet this coming week. And I was like, so I'm not, that's why I didn't make these this time. So but yeah, and I have a document. Do you use Canva at all, Jean?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a Canva document and I can share it with anybody. I can share the like the template of it that I made, and it says busy's mom. Well, one said sports moms and another one said busy moms, because I was like, you know what? Not everybody's like, I know Jen's son is all in theater and he's just as busy as anybody on sports. So like I changed it over to busy moms workshop, but I can share that template, and then you can actually take the template that's already created and then just like put your date in and like if you put the pricing in and things like that.
Okay. That'd be fun. Thank you.
So sounds good. Yep.
Yeah, because I got to work on some parties for this month and next month. Good Lord, Jesus.
Yeah, it's the end of the school year for you as a principal. You need it.
Oh, God.
Yep. So another Denise is coming on. So our meal kit that we're going to do in April is going to be called Great Grillin', is our next meal kit. So we're going to actually be getting ready for the grill season in April. So just be on the lookout for that is our next one. So.
You don't have them on hand yet?
Sorry for yelling at the dog.
I didn't even hear you. It's okay. Now, here's my question. Is April 7th or April 14th, do you think would be better for everybody? So if for families that celebrate Easter, that will be on the 31st. So I'm good with either the 7th or the 14th. I have availability, but I just wanted to ask all of you.
Either is fine with me.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm gonna throw this out there. The total eclipse is on April 8th.
Yes.
So there's probably going to be quite a few people that are traveling to go to wherever.
to see. Yeah.
So I would suggest doing it on the 14th.
All right, so put it on your calendars. April 14th is our next meal prep workshop. Thank you for that reminder. April 14th, we'll be doing great grilling. You can have your clients, and for yourself, you can order. This is actually one of the kits in the catalog this season. So you can order that whenever you want. But I would say that if you are asking people to join you, make sure they're ordering it, I would say 2 weeks ahead. And here's why. Because our distribution center is moving next week to Indianapolis, even though shipping times might start to be less, we don't want to risk that we don't give it enough time to get in. And especially if some people are leaving for like spring breaks and things like that, I would definitely talk about it sooner rather than later. They'll get the cookbook, they'll get the grocery list right there in the box. So that's really a nice way to do that. But yeah, so we already know the date, we already know what we're cooking, and then I have the documents available that I can be able to share with you in just a little bit. Deborah, you're muted, but go ahead and let me know what you're going to say.
I'm sorry, what was the kit called? Get Grilling or
Great Grilling.
Great Grilling. Thank
Great
you.
Grilling. Yeah. And on the Great Grilling one, we are going to do, let me just tell you real quick. I know I'm taking a little break in between the last meal. So with Great Grilling, I think this is Denise Stewart coming in. Let me get there. So we're actually going to, because they go together so quickly, we're actually going to prep, it's a 10 meal kit, and we'll prep 6 of those meals together. Hi, Denise. So we're going to do a grilled turkey tenderloin. We're going to do a smoky barbecue cheddar pub burger, an ultimate flank steak, the lemon pepper chicken kebabs that we had for those of us that were in person and did Taste and Trends. We're going to do sweet heat pork chops and Bayou bourbon cheeseburgers. So those will be the ones that we put together. Yeah. And the cool thing is that this is a 10 meal kit, so they'll be able to make their 4 other recipes on their own in between the time that we prep together in our May workshop. So, all right. Okay, so we're getting ready.
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
The Great Grilling meal kit is in April or May?
That's going to be April.
Okay.
I say May. Did I just say May?
You
No,
did say May.
Well, I said that they can prepare those. We'll have the other 4 meals they can prep until our next workshop in May.
Oh.
So April 10th or April 14th, we'll prep 6. They can have those, and then the other 4 in the meantime until our next workshop.
I'm just a little slow tonight.
No,
Sorry.
you're not. Well, you know what? I had to second guess what I said because I was like, it's possible that I did say that. So
I'm sorry.
no, you're fine. And then does anybody know, is Mother's Day on the 5th or on the 12th? It's the 12th in May, the 12th. Yeah.
Yes, it's the 12th.
So why don't we say we'll do May 5th for the May workshop?
Is it going to be Cinco de Mayo related?
Oh, shoot.
That's actually graduation weekend for me too. Not that you have to plan around me, but
Okay.
that is like insane weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's also First Communion weekend for Northern Kentucky. So
okay, so maybe we'll push to the 19th.
That'd be good.
Okay, let's push. So May 19th. So we got April 14th. So just put these on your calendar, and then May 19th. See, that's what happens when you get to be here. You get to pick the dates when we're going to do our workshops. So
Love that.
You get first dibs. So all righty, you ready?
Sorry, do we have any idea what that one will be?
Sure, let me tell you. Hold on, we do. Kelly and I worked on this together, and we have all through the summer even.
I love it.
Yeah, so since I always run on the seat of my pants, I thought, let's get ahead of the game for a change. Let's do this. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Kelly Squared is just amazing all around.
Thanks.
I agree with that.
You are very sweet. Okay, so we are doing May, we're gonna do burgers. We're gonna do like a burger mania. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna do, I have a recipe it's not a meal kit recipe. It'll be like what this is. So it'll be called Burger Mania, and we'll do that. And then
Or are we gonna do the sweet pepper jalapeno burgers?
we can, yeah, that sounds good. Remind me, make sure you remind me of that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so that will be in May. That's our May 19th date. And then in June, we don't have a date yet, but we're gonna do the outdoor griddle. And if you want to, we can do a date if you want. In July, we're gonna be doing the cool down meal kit. And in August, in honor of going back to school, we're gonna do a summer slow cooker meal workshop. And that's a really fun workshop. So we can look at calendar dates right now if you want, and we can get these down so that we have them and you can talk to people, or we can wait and come up with dates later. What do you all say?
I'd love to put it on the calendar if you guys are good with that.
I'm good. So I just need to go back and say, okay, so May 19th. And then for June, Father's Day weekend will be what, probably the 16th. So what if we did
16th.
for Father's Day?
It's June
Yes.
16th.
June 16th. Okay, so what do you think about the 2nd or the 9th?
Either one would work.
Do you want to do the try for the 9th since our May one is a little bit later?
That's what I was leaning towards too. Yep, let's do June 9th then for that one. And then July. So we got 4th of July weekend in there, and 4th of July is on a Thursday, so it feels like people might be gone either that whole time before or
And the week after.
So what do you think about July 14th?
Yeah.
July 14th for a workshop?
I know I'm out of town the entire month of July, so that one is all on you guys.
What is up with that?
Because I don't get vacation in June, so the entire month of July I am out.
There you go. Well, good for
Deuces,
you.
y'all.
Lucky
I ain't
you.
mad at you.
All right, and then August, I know schools go back at all different times. But I do think keeping Sunday workshops are a good thing. The 7 to 8 time feels like has potential to, get finished and, like you have it done in about an hour and ready to go. So we have August 4th. Oh, we won't do the 4th.
So we'll be in
That's
Tastefully.
Palooza. So a lot of us will be in Chicago. So,
Oh, that's where it is.
yeah, that's a plug for Chicago. Going to
Dang
Chicago
it.
Party Palooza. Come on, Karen, you can do it.
I'm gonna be in Colorado still.
Fly straight from Colorado and then come back to Colorado. Okay, so either we're looking at the 11th. I would lean probably towards the 11th because then we start getting into like the 18th and 25th is like, I feel like more and more.
I'll say Northern Kentucky is back to school the week of August 12th. So if we are going to meal prep anything, I feel like the 11th would be a good day.
Yeah.
Just because they're already
And this
trying to get in that school mode. If we go into the 18th, they're going to be exhausted, so they might not show up.
Yeah.
That's just me, but we can do whatever.
Yeah.
I'm good with the 11th.
You're good with the 11th? I would say the 11th too. So, okay, so we're gonna say the 11th. So I know we just took part of our meal prep workshop. Denise, thank you for, oh, your sister popped off, Deborah. She might be like, I'm done. Oh, no, she's still here. She is. I see. Yeah. I thought she like walked away from it. I was like, oh, I think she got tired of us talking about meal prepping. So
Yeah.
she's still there. I was like, I think she's gone. So, okay. So we've got our dates. I'll put them out there with what the workshops are, and then we will move. We already have them, so you can talk them up to people. And I'll share like the Burger Mania and all that good stuff. So. Yay, I'm so excited. And the goal is, one of the things that I have like vision for our team, and one of my vision for our team is that we empower other people to make cooking not so scary and not so cumbersome and like a pain in the butt for everybody. So when we can offer these and we start to grow this bigger and bigger, I think it's going to be a game changer for helping other people see that this is a way that they can make life a lot easier for them and their families. So, but we just have to remind them.
See,
to-
I'm the target audience that you go
Yeah.
for.
Yeah.
Deborah can speak to it. Like
Well,
5
we're glad
meals
you're
for me
here.
in one day in a season. Come on, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I know, right? And now this is okay. So I saved the last one as my favorite recipe, and I know Anne loves this one. This chicken bruschetta bake is like my favorite recipe of all. So
It
and
is
that's cool.
so good.
Yeah. And yeah, oh gosh, it is so good. I don't know why I don't make this one more. There's actually a recipe now. I will tell you, if you are trying to stay away from carbs, or like, like the stuffing and everything, there is another recipe where you use cauliflower instead of the stuffing as your topper. So this is on the website. We have hundreds of recipes on our website if you don't know that already. So you can just do a lookup of chicken bruschetta bake, and I think it was like faux chicken bruschetta bake or something like that. So, or yeah, is that how you say it? Like fake chicken bake.
Yeah.
Chicken
Oh.
bruschetta bake. Yeah. So yeah. So, but that's a good one too. And so you can just suggest to people that they use the chopped up cauliflower already, and then they use that as their topper. So I might make it that way. I don't know. So, all right. So for this one, what we needed to do was we do need to put 1.5 pounds of chicken cubed. So if you haven't cut it, you might want to cut it up real quick and throw that in your gallon size bag. That's our first step. Now we are going to need a couple quart size bags for this one. So if you don't have some quart size bags out, grab those. You need 2 quart size bags, and you definitely will need an extra gallon size bag on this one because we're going to shove a bunch of bags into one at the end. So. All right, so with the gallon size bag of chicken, once you have it cubed and it's in the bag, you are also going to use 1 tablespoon of the Makin Magic chicken seasoning. So I would be careful if you're going to do some seasoning on the salt on the chicken to start with, because you do have sodium already in, you have your seasoned salt that's going to be in the blend. So go a little light on your seasoning if you're going to season the chicken before you do the Makin Magic. So just 1 tablespoon of Makin Magic.
Okay, so quick question.
Yeah.
Because I like to cook my chicken with the magic chicken.
Mhm.
So is that no? Is that okay? Like how?
Oh no, I think that it's not already cooked, is what you're saying. Is that what
Yeah,
you mean?
I haven't cooked it yet, but I like when I cook chicken, that's just what I do. It goes on.
Yeah.
So should I add more magic chicken seasoning to the bag or no?
If that's what you always do anyway, I would go off of a little bit less, but still
Okay.
put some extra in. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't probably do 2 full tablespoons because I think you're gonna get a lot of pops of flavor, because this is the can of tomatoes that has the oregano and the basil in it, or yeah, the oregano, basil, and garlic already in there. So I wouldn't
Okay.
go too much over. I would do a little, you can do a little extra, but I would be cautious to do too much.
Okay.
And then
I don't want you
when
to
you're
get too sodium.
when you're baking it too, it'll have the flavor from the stuffing too. So
Yeah, this is very, very seasoned, forward focused flavors. Yeah, lots of
Mhm.
flavor in him. I
Okay.
I don't know why I said it that way, but you get
Well,
it.
I just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
So
that's a
I will
great-
not
great
add
point.
any seasoning to the chicken and we'll go with it. All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's a great question. Okay, so once you have that finished, you want to go ahead and get the air out of that bag, squeeze it, and get that sealed off. And then you're going to need we're going to need the quart size bags for the other 2 things other things we're adding. Okay.
did we already put the tomatoes in?
We're going to do it separate.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the next thing is we're going to, in a quart size bag, we're going to put 1 cup of shredded mozzarella cheese. And once you do that, then get the air out and seal that bag and put that aside.
Kelly, the grocery list called for the rest or ingredients called for a tablespoon of olive oil.
I'll
Does
tell
that
you.
go with? Oh, you're going to tell me.
Yep.
Okay.
So when you go to bake it, use that oil in your pan, in your casserole dish.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, I guess you could put it in with the chicken and the Makin Magic chicken seasoning right now, if you wanted to. But the recipe says put it in your pan, or put it in your casserole dish to
Okay.
to grease the casserole dish, and then put your chicken down, and then you put your other ingredients on top.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, I'm glad you asked. All right, and once you're finished with the cheese, then you're gonna get a second quart-size bag. And you're going to be putting in the can of diced tomatoes that has the basil, garlic, and oregano. And you're not draining this, so it's undrained. You're just gonna use the whole bag, put it in, or whole can in the bag. And then seal that off, get the air out and seal it off and put that aside. And Anne and Kelly, I know you were with me for the original workshop and I didn't have the recipe. I did put it in here on this prep sheet. So now the whole recipe is on the prep sheet, so.
Is
Yeah,
there a reason why we don't just put the tomatoes in the chicken?
you can if you want. Well, here's
I don't remember putting it in a Ziploc last time, separate. I don't remember doing
we
that.
probably didn't. We would probably just, I went back and I reread the prep workshop, like, or the make ahead recipe that was on the
Yeah.
website. And so that's why I said do it separately, but if you just want to put it in there, that's fine.
I'm putting in the chicken.
Okay, sounds good. So the way that they suggested is, you're gonna put your chicken in, and then your cheese, and then on top of that, mix your tomatoes
I don't
and
know.
your stuffing together and put that together on top. That's what.
Oh, wait, sorry, I missed that.
So-
I was talking to my husband.
So what I was saying is, when I finally reread the recipe again, it said, mix the tomatoes with the stuffing and the water that it calls for, which is like, I think like a tablespoon of water. Mix all that and make that your topping.
Oh,
That's why it was,
eh,
okay, you're all good with it, that's fine.
it's fine.
Put it on top of it, once
Yeah,
you do it.
it'll
just
all be
put it on
good, it'll
top.
all be good,
It's-
so, yeah.
Yeah, just on top, just grist it on top, that's all.
Exactly, yep. And then once you have all those bags, if you did keep them separate, or even if you didn't, you'll put that in that other gallon-sized bag. We're just gonna put to me, I don't want my stuffing to get all soggy with it being in the freezer, so leave it in the pouch and just slide that in the side of the bag so that you have it for when you're ready to make the dish. And this is a great one. You're gonna go in a casserole and you're just gonna put it in the oven. So, anybody have any questions on this one? But Deborah, that was a great question about the oil, so. You're muted again, Deborah. You were unmuted and then you muted yourself, sorry. There you go.
Am I good?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. The recipe says combined tomato stuffing mix and water. Is that like, how much water is that?
I'll double check it, but it's a tablespoon.
Oh, so hardly any.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me double check that and verify. Here, let me look it up real quick. But I believe it's a tablespoon of water. I should have put that on there, on that recipe. Give me 1 second to look it up. I'm on the way. Even with talking about what the dates were for the next workshops, it's only 8:03.
Yes.
That's pretty amazing. You got 5 meals made in less than an hour because we talked for a while.
Mm.
So congratulations to all of you.
Yay!
Meals are made. And then I'm gonna find that recipe and tell you how much water.
Speaking of those workshop dates, what was the August date? Because my computer shut down on me.
August 11th. We're gonna do August 11th.
Fabulous.
And
Thank
that one's
you.
gonna be that's gonna be the summer slow cooker. I'm writing this down too, slow cooker.
And y'all, there is a pork loin, an apple cider pork loin barbecue. I can't remember the name of it, but it is so good. It's my
Yes.
family's favorite ever since I did that workshop with you.
Yeah, because we did that last July. Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
let me type
Oh,
this
it's so
in.
good. I've made it at least twice since.
That's awesome. That makes me so happy. Okay, so let me find out the amount of water that you need for that. Chicken bruschetta. Steak. And you can
And Kelly,
type.
I'll share the date. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, you can, when you type in like any of the recipes, if you're looking for details, you can just type it in the search on my on Tastefully Simple, like, and then just hit the recipes section and it'll pop up the recipes. So, okay, so this chicken bruschetta bake is, where's the water? Oh, I am totally wrong. I was thinking it was just a little bit, it's a half a cup of water.
Okay.
Write that in, everybody, a half a cup of water with your stuffing. I don't know what, oh, you know why? It was 1 tablespoon of oil is what it was. 1 tablespoon of oil, but you need a half a cup of water because you're gonna mix that with the stuffing and the tomatoes. So.
Perfect.
And
Thank you.
You might want to play with it because you didn't drain the tomatoes. So maybe like start with just the tomatoes and the stuffing and put maybe a 1/4 cup of water in and see how that flakes up and then put the rest of the water in. So, but that's a yummy recipe. So,
Okay, so I'm trying to follow the prep that you sent me, the Magic Duo meal prep that you sent me.
mhm.
So the water does not go into our
Bag or anything.
bags.
No.
This is gonna be after.
Yep. So this
Okay.
is where you're at number 2. On step 2, if you're reading the
Okay.
instructions. So in a large bowl, combine tomatoes, stuffing mix, and water, and then you just go ahead and put a half cup of water.
Okay,
Cup.
that's
Yeah.
where I was confused.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And
Thank
I
you.
left it out by mistake. I didn't go back in and put how much water. So yeah. All right. Well, thanks, ladies, for being here. Does anybody have any questions for me? Anybody want to commit to their meal that they're having first?
I'm having the bruschetta bake. You guys talked it up so much.
I
I'm gonna
know.
try it.
It's so good.
It's so good.
You're gonna love it. So
I'm gonna
Okay.
do the Santa Fe tacos. That's what I'm doing.
that sounds great too. Well, don't be afraid to snap some pictures and share them with us, okay?
Oh, yes, me and my gourmet cooking.
And well, you
Right,
know
Deborah?
what? You're gonna start to feel like a gourmet cook with all of this. So, it's when you see how easy it is that you put these things together, the biggest thing is don't just let them stay in your freezer. That's the biggest thing, And like we're a small family, there's just the 2 of us, so we eat off of a meal more than one. I mean, it's like multiple days, but I have to remind myself not to pull 2 out at a time because I always think I'm gonna get 2, like, oh, we're gonna eat all that so fast. And it's like, we are just the type of family that just eats off of it until it's gone. So like I have to just do like 1 a week, because we will eat off of it almost the whole week. So maybe 2. So
Well, this
We
was great.
pulled
I'm
out-
glad Deborah invited me. She knows I need a little assistance in this department.
well, that's good. Well, we can't wait to see you back next time.
All right. Thanks,
thank you.
Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.
If anybody has any questions, you can stay on for a minute and I'll answer any
Yep.
questions you have.
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
So the cheesy tater tots, that doesn't have any meat in it at all, correct?
Does not have meat. It's a meatless
Okay.
meal. It'd be perfect for the Friday.
Okay.
Good
I just
for
wanted to
them.
double check that I didn't miss anything on that one.
Yeah.
And then
If you do Lent with no meat, I mean, you could do it there, or you could always do something else. But Ann and Kelly made those dishes before, so it's
Okay.
it's a good meal. So
I mean, it looks delicious. I just wanted to double check that I didn't miss anything.
yeah, you did not.
Because I went to the store and then hopped right on here. So
Yeah, because I was like,
none of my
oh,
meat is
hey,
cooked. None of
did
my
you-
meat is in the bag. Like it's
Well, but that's because I was like, hey, I forgot I sent a message to you through the phone. I was like, did you see that on the group?
oh my gosh. Yeah, Kelly, it's been such